Hello friends, welcome to knowledgevala.com. So today I'm going to start a new topic that is called geometrical series, or you can say, so it is a geometric series, or you can say geometric progression. Okay, commonly known as GP. Okay, so as we already explained about arithmetic progression, now I'm going to start GP. So what is geometric progression? So in the same way, arithmetic progression. What was the definition of arithmetic progression? The common difference between two consecutive numbers is same across the series. So in the same way here in geometrical progression, the common ratio between two numbers. So here the term is changed. Here there is no difference. Here it is saying the common ratio between two consecutive number is same across. So we can say the definition: a set of number, a set of sequence which are having same ratio across the series, that is called geometric progression. So if I am considering a very simple example, so I can say here 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma and 8 comma 16 and so on. So the same thing, divide 2 by 1, 2. Divide 4 by 2, 2. Divide 8 by 4, that is also 2. And divide 16 by 8 is also 2. So if you see here, the ratio is same across the series. So this kind of series is commonly known as geometrical series, or you can say GP in short. So we will use the term as GP in all my tutorials. So whenever any GP is given, so we have to figure it out the common ratio. So there are two things. If you remember, we were having common difference in AP. Now we are having common ratio. Common ratio. So how to calculate common ratio? To calculate common ratio, you can say number divide by immediately consecutive number. Like 2 divided by 1, like 4 divided by 2, and so on. So every time remember it, we are dividing with the first term, whatever consecutive term is there. Okay, so this is the way to calculate the common ratio. Okay, okay, so I will see more example. Suppose we have 3 comma 6 comma 12 comma 24 comma and so on. So we have to figure it out first whether it is a GP, AP or HP. So HP is not in our topic right now because I will start next week. So here, if you see, we have to figure it out the common ratio. So you can see CR, common ratio. How we will calculating the common ratio? The term divide by immediate consecutive number. So 6 divided by 3. Now here 12 divided by 6 is also 2. Again 24 divided by 12. How much? 12. And so on. So everywhere we can find it out. Everywhere we are getting the common ratio as a 12. So this is a GP series. So we can say this is a GP. As we already learned in AP to figure it out the nth term of the series and summation of the series. In the same way, here in GP also, we will learn to figure it out the nth terms of the arithmetic progression and summation of the arithmetic progression. Okay, but before that, we will figure it out the generic formula, or you can say generic sequence of geometric progression. So we can say generic form of GP. So what is the generic form of GP? As we were knowing the generic form of AP, that was A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. So here also we are having a generic form like AR, AR square, AR to power 3 and so on. Enter and the terms. So this is called generic form of arithmetic progression, where A is, we know, A is first term and R is common ratio. Okay, so these are the two things. So you understand what is the generic form of no, geometrical progression, geometric progression. So generic form of GP is A AR square, AR to the power 3 and so on. So what will be the nth term here? So you can understand here A R to the power 0, because anything power 0 is equal to 1. Remember always, if anything power 0 means 1. Okay, so here we can simply understand it is r to the power 0. Here r to the power 1 means first term 0, second term means second term means second term minus 1, it's 2 minus 1 1, third term 3 and then minus 1 2 and so on. So nth terms will be a r to the power n minus 1. Okay, so I will explain. Just let me clean this thing. Okay, so I'm going to explain to calculate the nth terms of GP. So we know the generic formula. So we know the generic formula, generic form of GP. It is A into R, A into R to the power 2, A into R to the power 3 and so on. Nth terms. But we don't know what is the nth terms. So we have to calculate. This is our job. Now we can say here, what we can do? We can say R to the power 0. Here we can say AR. It is a first term. So we can also say 1 minus 0. Okay. It is a second term. So we can say 2 minus 1, comma. It is a third term. What we can do? We can say A into R to the power 3 minus 1 in place of T. It's correct? Here we can calculate the fourth terms. So fourth term also AR to the power 4 minus 1 and so on. So here if you understand what it is doing, if it is a first term, first minus 1, this 1 minus 1 0. If it is a second term, 2 minus 1. If it is third term, 3 minus 1. If it is a fourth term, 4 minus 1. If it is nth terms, then what it will be? A r to the power n minus 1. Okay? You understand? So nth terms. So we can simply say Tn equal to a r to the power n minus 1. So this is the formula to calculate the nth term of Gp. Remember it. Tn equal to a into r to the power n minus 1. Where n equal to number of term and a equal to first term and d equal, sorry, not d, here we are having r, so we can say r equal to common ratio. Okay, so this is common ratio. Hope you understand this derivation. Tn equal to a into r to the power n minus 1, where n equal to number of term, a equal to first term, and r equal to common ratio. Now I will explain some basic questions to calculate, to use this Tn equal to ar to the power n minus 1. Okay, so now I'm moving to my first question. So what this first question is saying? Question number first is saying, check the validity of series. You will think, how is this question? That is not that much. So we can say 4 comma 2 comma 1 comma 1 by 2 comma 1 by 4 comma and so on. So it is saying to check the validity of series, which series it is. So we know we can calculate the value of r. How to calculate the value of r? We will pick these two numbers. So this number divided by this number. So we can say 2 divided by 4. So we will get 1 by 2. In the same way, we can also use these two. So we can say again 1 by 2 divided by 1. So how much you will get? You will get 1 by 2. So here also 1 by 2, here also 1 by 2. You can also pick these two numbers and calculate that, also you will get 1 by 2. So if it is a common ratio and it is same across the series, that means it is a GP series. So we can say it is a GP. Okay, so this is our answer. Now question number 2. Now question number 2. What question number 2 is saying? Question number 2 is saying we have 3 comma 6 comma 12 comma and so on. We have this series. Now it is saying find 20 times. Okay, find 20th time. So here we have the series and it is asking 20th term. So we know how to figure it out, the 20th term in GP. That formula Tn equal to a into r to the power n minus 1. Okay, so this is the formula which we will use. Okay, so I'm going to explain it this side. So here the value of a is given. From series we can calculate The value of A is given as a 3. Now, what is the value of R? So, the value of R is nothing but this divided by this. So, 6 divided by 3. So, how much? We'll get 2. Now, we have to figure it out the value of T20. Okay? Now, apply the formula. Tn equal to A into R to the power n minus 1. So, we can put the value of n, A and R. What is the value of A? 3 into R. What is the value of R? 2. And here you will get 20 minus 1. You will get 3 into 2 to the power 19. Okay? If you have time, you can calculate the value of this, then multiply it. Okay? Otherwise, this is also fine. So, you got the value of T20. So, remember, if whenever arithmetic progression is given, you have to figure it out the value of A, R, and you know the value of T n as a 20. Apply Tn equal to A R to the power n minus 1 and find it out the answer. Okay? Hope you understand these two examples. Now I am moving towards different question. Now what is this question about? What this question is saying? Okay. So this question is saying question number third. Okay. Question number third is saying we have first term as a 2. First term 2. And we have common ratio. Common ratio. We have common ratio as a 1 by 2. Now it is asking GP series or sequence of GP. Okay. So it is asking GP series. So we can calculate 3 terms and we can say and so on. That is also fine. T1, T2 and T3 and so on. So now we have to figure it out the value of T1. So before that we should understand the formula of Tn equal to A into R to the power n minus 1. So this is a formula which we have to use to calculate the value of T1, T2 and T3. Now calculate the value of T1. Put the value of 1 in place of n. And value of A is given 2 into. And value of R is given 1 by 2. Here if you see 1. So 1 minus 1 will be 0. And I told you anything power 0 means 1. So 2 into 1 you will get 2. So first term is 2. Now T2. So we can say 2 into 1 by 2. And here if you are putting 2, 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. Okay. So you will get 2 into 1 by 2. These two cancel. You will get value as a 1. Now we will calculate the value of T3. So 2 into 1 by 2 to power 3 minus 1 means 2. So if 1 by 2 power 2 means we can say and we can write it like 1 by 2 into 1. Now these two cancel. And 1 1 1 1 1 means 1 and divided by 2. So this we got. So here if you want to write down the series, so here I'm going to write down the GP. So first term is 2, second term is 1 and third term is 1 by 2. We can say answer. So this is our answer. So whenever you are getting first term common ratio and figure it out the geometrical series, geometric series, then you can apply Tn equal to AR to the power n minus 1. Okay, by the help of this formula, you can calculate the GP. Okay, so this is my third question. Hope you understand these questions. Now I am moving to the last question, that is fourth question. So what this fourth question is saying? Let's see. So in this fourth question. So fourth question is saying the last term in the series is given as a 96 and the first term is given as a 2. Now it is asking find out the total terms. So how many terms were there in between these two? So if you remember, always we are saying Tn equal to a into r to the power n minus 1. Okay. So here in place of this, to make it a little bit easy calculation, so here we can say it is a we have 60. Last term is 64. Now we have this formula. We are assuming, just assume we have n term. So we can say Tn value of a is given to r to the power n minus 1. Here Tn, so we are considering it is n. Total number of term is n. So Tn is nothing but last term. So we will represent the value of 64 here. So 64 into 2 into r to the power n minus 1. Now here it is in multiplication. It will come this side and it will be in division. So you will get like this. So here you will get 32 equal to r to the power n minus 1. Now whenever you are getting this type of term, you have to convert this number as a uh, in this term. Okay. So here in place of 32 we can say 2 to the power 5. Okay. And here r equal to n minus 1. And here r is given. Sorry, we are knowing r as also. R is 2. So if you apply the value of r, you will get 2 to the power 5 equal to 2 to the power n minus 1. Now base is same. Once base is same, we can also say the power will be equal. So here we can say equal to n minus 1. So remember, every time whenever base is same, we will consider the power will be same. So here this is in minus and it will come here and it will be 5 plus 1. The value of n. The value of n will be 6. Okay. So this is the value of So total number of term is 6 in this series. Hope you understand this question. So in this question, what was given? The last term was given 64. The value of A was given 22, and the value of R was also given as a 2. And we have to figure it out how many terms were there. So we can apply formula Tn equal to A into R to the power n minus 1. Apply the value here as Tn is the last term. So we are saying 64 in place of Tn. And once we will calculate the value, you will get something like this. Then if base is equal, we can equal the power as well. So once you are saying 5 equal to n minus 1, then you will get the value of n. And the value of n is 6. So this is also very simple question for arithmetic progression. So that's it for the time being. After some time, I will upload some exercise with the solution. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks a lot for watching videos on knowledgevola.com. Thank you. Have a nice day.